Hi guys, so this is just a really quick random updatey thing of sorts. It's not even really an update. Anyway, I went and saw Deathly Hallows again this afternoon / this evening, and I cried once more when Dobby died and all. And I enjoyed it every bit as much the second time. I took my dad and he didn't like it all that much. He felt it was slow-paced. And I was too tired to try and explain to him the fact that this is actually a really positive thing in the minds of Harry fans, that we're happy with the time it took to focus on the thoughts and feelings of our trio especially. Speaking of our trio, I don't know why, but I guess I've been listening to a lot of a Harry Potter musical and a Harry Potter sequel, and there's a song in a Harry Potter sequel that I love, which is The Coolest Girl, and it's a song for Hermione, and it was reminding me how much I think Hermione is quite underappreciated as a character. That might seem an extreme thing to say, but I think of the trio, she seems to be the one that's always spoken of in connection with the other two often. Of course, with Ron, it's always like the romantic relationship they have. Often that's the case with Harry too, even though that's really misguided. Or their friendship, or what she provides to the two of them, or what she provides for, you know, the whole, like, community, like the Order of the Phoenix, or, you know, the good side and what she'll bring to that, all the information she has and such. And I just think that even when I was reading the books, I don't know if I ever really stopped to consider what a great character she was. And it wasn't necessarily just that she was a strong female character, which she is, but the fact that she's just quite a fleshed out, fully realised character. And the same could be said of all three of the trio and all of our central characters. But I don't know, for some reason it just really struck me for watching the film today, I guess appreciating Emma Watson's performance, as I've said before, which I've never really been able to do in the past, and I just sat there and thought, you know what, Hermione, I'm really glad that we as readers got to know somebody like you. I think that, you know, I remember it would have been at least 4 or 5 years back reading an essay on MuggleNet. I used to read tons and tons of fan essays that were really well written, and I think that's why I let this one get to me so much. I think it could have been before Deathly Hallows, but I think it was before Half-Blood Prince, and I think I did print it out, and it was an essay concerning why this person felt that Hermione should be one of the trio to either be killed or be most severely punished by the Death Eaters or by Voldemort himself or someone for past misdeeds that she'd done, in terms of the fact that because she's the most skilled of the three in, like, knowing all her spells and things, that she's, like, had hexed, performed the most, I guess, violent or extreme of the curses thus far out of the three kids. And I can't remember the specific examples it cited, but for some reason I remember getting so upset at all this litany of apparent crimes that Hermione had committed in this reader's mind, and I don't know why it hurt me so much, but I remember being miserable for the rest of the day, like sincerely upset, which is so silly, but I was. And I just remember thinking, well, I really love you, Hermione. I've really come to appreciate the fact that we got to know a character who was so intelligent, but also she was resilient and, of course, absurdly loyal and dedicated and tough in her own way, in that I think that a measure of strength in the books, especially in how we view the characters, was often in when they would let emotions take over, which for the three of them was quite often. And for Hermione, and at least initially in, I think, the first few books, sometimes it was a little bit of comic relief because she'd get emotional or cry, and it'd be like, oh, Hermione, you silly girl. But in actual fact, I think that made her more endearing, because you would see that she was never ashamed or apologetic, really, about the emotions she displayed. And I don't think that's chalked up to the fact that she's female. It's just a part of her I don't know, I really don't know what my intention for making the video here was, but I just wanted to say that J.K. Rowling, I will forever be grateful that you wrote and introduced us to Hermione Jane Granger, and I do thank Emma Watson for her performances in the films. And, yeah, I mean, so often in YA lit, especially, we talk about whether or not we think we've got strong heroines to follow in our narratives. And, I don't know, for some reason I just feel that she's one that could be forgotten a little bit. I guess because she wasn't our protagonist necessarily, but we did follow her growth, and she was there in the journey the whole way, and I'm just really glad that we got to read her. And pictures here, when she was tiny, Emma Watson when she was little. Oh, isn't that cute? So, yeah, I'm just rambling. But I'm excited because next week the We See Thestrals, the Harry Potter collaboration channel is starting up. Hooray! On Tuesday. I don't know when. I'm gonna have to film stuff on the weekends and then try and upload it in time. Could end up messy. Anyway, I'm rambling and it's gonna go too long. But I really wanted to be evil and sing. And what's worse is I'm gonna sing a Darren Criss song, which is horrible. I'm gonna get murdered by fans. I'm so sorry. But I just felt like singing it because I've just had Hermione on the brain all day, I guess. And I can't sing it anything like Bonnie from the A Harry Potter musical / sequel cast. I cannot sing like her. But I just thought, you know what? We're giving Hermione some love. I do wish that dress was blue, like in the book. But, yeah, just thought I'd sing a teensy tiny bit. God, this is a random video. Okay! I need to go eat something. Righto, so, sing a tinsy bit. See how it goes. And I won't start from the beginning. It'll, like, be halfway through or something. Blah, blah, blah. I am the smartest person that I've ever met. So why do I allow myself to possibly forget? There's so much I know how to do, so much more than all of you. The only thing I wish I knew is how to make them see the person I can be. 'Cause I am the coolest girl in the whole wide world. I know it, but I can't show it at all. I am sick and tired of all not higher, the places that I feel I should belong. Well, it's about time I proved them wrong. Enough. Because I had a mental blank and I forgot the lyrics. And your ears are bleeding. Okay, so I'm going to go. And, I'll see you all soon. But in the meantime, you know, if you're going to see Deathly Hallows a second time, or a third time, or whatever, appreciate the Hermione. Yeah. And, I'll see you all soon.